action coming away in that form of Hyper Focus, and of course in the form of Borderline coming up 25th of February, where still open spots to register. So go do it for the next time. But for now, we're going to take a look at this match, this legendary face-off against Tarik and Zemmol. Well, I just might want to say on the verse Zemmol, because he's been showing off some great tricks throughout this.
It's like an Echo Fighter, that's bad. It's like a little corner. There should be a little icon in the top left.
Exactly. Just like an OTP tattoo on
Yeah.
Okay, well, almost on the verge moment right there, if he could have got the finishing touch, but not opting to go for it, still maintaining it to get the recovery. So, week later for Zemmol on his side, but again, he still needs to be wary, because the way that Tarik can have these different approaches is very scary. And there he got the creativity. It's off the roof. Yeah, give him a round of applause. That was great.
Insane punish. I was kind of questioning what Zemmol wanted to do to punish that forward smash, but Tarik responding in such an amazing, clever way, getting a KO as optimally as possible. But again, Tarik going unpunished for a greedy option there. We are swinging for the fence, but gets the dash attack in. Catching by Tarik by surprise.
Yeah, such a clutch tool, of course, in the toolbox of Cloud. Having this massive hitbox that shifts around the stage, that doesn't give a lot of coverage for... Oh, but no double jump, which means he needs to burn the limit and not going low to catch it off. So he gets his second chance around, but if he's going to be catching it up, who knows? Because Tarik, yet again, just looks one step ahead with the roll-in already on his approach. That is one of the menacing ways that Tarik can play, and he tried to double it down there, but it was such a good fight. But
Tarik is in the zone. I think we have Tarik formed on the verge. I mean, this first game already, he's been showing so much just incredible coverage off of seemingly straight conversions.
True. So true. I cannot say it otherwise. And, well,
a
second, well, mash eventually from Zemmol to catch him away. So there's another chance perhaps to go there, but also a grab opportunity, of course, puts up a lot of pressure and eventually gets that second stop also off Zemmol. So this looks like a game that's definitely big in the control of Tarik thus far.
Plays so well around the hits he's getting. Doesn't even particularly fish for anything. It's just once he gets it, he optimally uses it. And Zemmol kind of struggling to force his his hits back in as well. Because of course you have to respond. Okay, that's a response.
No, that's correct. Yeah,
but you have to respond to the damage Tarik has been putting out. Especially those backers. They have been the killing blow here for Zemmol. There's so much damage coming from them. Confirming off of everything. Delay with the limit over the shuriken. Messing up the limit cross slash, but still no big punish coming through. Let's get something cheeky.
Definitely, I think with the first notice that I've definitely seen is just the different approaches of the aerial momentum that he's been throwing out. Not only just covering low with the forward air, but also catching on with the high approaches. Just keeps Zemmol guessing in his approaches and just makes it difficult to get any of the big openings that he really wants to get. So eventually, around this time, there's maybe some learnings to still gather from this game, but it looks like Tarik is going to be pulling off the first game in his favor, as it seems like. But
wait up.
Wait a minute.
Great.
I've seen some robbery.
Great response by Zemmol there, catching Tarik with the neutral getup. Tarik now wanting to finish it off with trying to foot stool. That's for the back air. Oh, but actually gets the Hydro Pump and push Zemmol on the stage. Zemmol now with limit has to make a play here, but he has to be careful. Tarik has been so sharp in his positioning.
Of course, could have been a big opener right there if he got the limit off, but eventually Tarik not falling for it and thus ending the first game in his favor, as we expected, but still towards the end looked like some difficult situations to still manage to bring it home.
Yeah, that first stock was just blazing from Tarik.
Yeah, that was a big dominance.
Such a big blast through the door from Tarik there. Zemmol having to adjust for that. I think it's also a different pace because against Rosalina, Cloud is kind of the pace dictator. Luma is mostly just defensive zoning or defensive wall you have to pass through, but Cloud is dictating how he approached that. Tarik is completely, or Greninja is just completely outmaneuvering, overwhelming Cloud. And that's tough to do. That's tough. Especially if your recovery is not that great. You cannot afford any risks off the side of the stage, but You have to. You have to
yeah,
against Tarik.
Still part of the game, of course. So continuing off in this second game now, having a counter pick in your favor. Let's see how that will be working out.
Oh, I think someone is sabotaging the setup. Because we have a third controller attached, but it seems to be fixed. We're doing good. We are doing good. Disconnect your Pro controllers, guys. There's an app for that. Do it. But we're going to return to Cloud.
Good use of it. We have the tools ready for it. And now, without any further ado, let's get on this losers final yet again for the second game around. Getting a counter pick on Hollow Bastion, which I can do respect. Of course, getting some more opportunities with the upper and side blast zones being closer. So, and of course, having a big upper platform to still catch up with the landings that he may want to throw out your way. So let's see how it will be working off, because the first couple of interactions has already been in favor of Zemmol thus far. And going slowly back towards Tarik. I wanted to say, but of course that very safe B is such a good way to disrupt a disadvantaged position, but no double jump, needs to break the limit yet again, still respecting the recovery option.
Yeah, get the forward throw, get the damage in. Right positioning. Tries to go for that cheeky up B spike, but it's so hard against a character as fast as Greninja. You can see the parry into another jab, slowly but surely getting up to that kill percentage, 118. Fresh backer though. Never mind. It just ran out.
That's crazy. But still holding on after getting hit by the cross slash. Still keeping ahead of himself, not getting an over-aggression in, and still reading out the momentum where there was almost an opportunity to get the forward air in, but not biting a second time, where it eventually gets the down smash off, and there is where the momentum, where the patience works out for the favor of Tarik.
Yeah, to be fair, if you get that down tilt in that position, it's just waiting to see what your doom is going to be, because essentially you're a dead man walking. Like, if you do nothing, you get forward smash. If you do like a jump, you get back air. If you do air rotate, you get down smash. It's such a difficult situation to come through, but a great fight from Tarik here, who is still living at 109. 191, but 201.
Yeah.
He's going to be the one.
Is going to be the one to close it off. So one stock down, 2 to go if you're on the Zemmol side of the fandom. So let's see how he will be covering it back up, going to burn the limit, but not in succession to hit Tarik, where a little bit of walking gets enough distance to not get hit by the dash attack. Still enough to get the spacing going, and there we go. Not the forward smash that I was expecting, but or the forward that I was expecting, but still the damage is on the board for Tarik, so he still gives some opportunities to get a big hit in.
What?
Oh, that...
Sure, that happened, I guess.
Yeah.
I will just blame it on Greninja being hard to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, Tarik waiting for Zemmol to get off the ledge so he can finish it off, but having a bit of trouble. Zemmol now connecting the dash attack, but forward air is a great response from Tarik there. Yeah, asked for it immediately.
Of course, needed to be wary of the approaches that Tarik can throw out, but respecting it eventually, firing back on his own, because eventually, even though Zemmol is losing his stock, I mean, getting Tarik all the way to 94%, I think, is a win on his inside.
It is a win, but look at Tarik at low percentage. He wants that KO off the stage so bad that backer is going to be the way to go, but Zemmol now with a great up. He's setting Tarik the wrong way, even allowing him to go back to the stage. 124. Guys, gets the ledge trump finally, and the backer to seal out that stock. Almost an even game, but don't forget, the limit is almost a line for Zemmol. Yeah. A quick 30%, but Tarik showing why he is considered the best play, one of the best players in Europe. He's such a force to be reckoned with, not just like in terms of off stage, but being a presence on the stage. You have to constantly deal with. You see these micro reads he's trying to do, positioning himself barely outside of the Cloud's burst range. But as I say that, Zemmol has been going off, almost making up the entire disadvantage. It is actually almost even a game at this point.
Yeah, I mean, the way that he is clutched up is very amazing in the fact that I did not really like notice it that much, given that he was in a very disadvantaged position for most of the time. So perhaps a situation where Tarik can finally close it off if he gets the forward air, but the second time around he's not getting it and not going to be dragged down into the downs blast zone, which eventually with the forward air catching the landing, which means a crucial game now for Tarik, which means he's 2-0 up now in this loser final match.
I'm more surprised that backer parry actually hit because it was like behind.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's big enough, I guess. Parry is a parry.
Whatever.
But I think what you say is great. It's such an essential game because this was the point where Zemmol could turn around. Because it was very close. Zemmol had those swings ready, but Tarik is such an unbreakable wall in those last stock situations. Does have a lot more options to get the KO than a Cloud does. Does eventually need to land that backer. Does need to land the dash attack, but he's going to try it again. Mola Bastion it is. Tarik 2-0 currently over Zemmol. Potentially last game for Zemmol here.
Yeah. So, making it difficult to get the victory around. But hey, if it's going to be a Zemmol victory, a reverse 3-0 will be a Zemmol victory, right?
That will be in style.
Yeah, that will be in his style. So maybe double fired up for that reason to finally clutch it up. So let's see if he still has enough energy left in the tank to make it happen, of course, because you still need to have enough energy to also take it against Super Semi. But the way that Tarik has been handling Zemmol thus far has been kind of scary.
It is scary. Tarik really amping up the pressure this game, but Zemmol getting a couple layers, stalling for the limit to go away. Yes, goodbye. Actually survives, surprisingly.
Yeah. Not enough, and the second time around going to be sent off to the side, which means there is an opportunity to get another chance of things, and eventually with the patience is working in the favor of Tarik, whereas now getting another opportunity of life. And the fourth time around, it's going to be enough. Get hit by the Hydro Pump, but this time not going to be dragging him down. Perhaps there was an opportunity for a trade there, but not going for it.
Great recovery by Zemmol, but Greninja
right?
being
Oh,
too...
good dash.
Yep, Greninja being too small as well to get hit by...
And good parry. Oh.
Yes, this game works how it's expected. It is going to be dashing through Zemmol
on top of
gets
it.
the KO.
A crazy sequence.
He gets the KO for that, but instantly gets rewarded for souls with a fresh, clean stock.
Yeah,
untouched.
Oh, what a back and forth we're already getting into this third game. Already both of these players fighting on both cylinders. Looking like an amazing game thus far, but of course one of them can only come on top of it. And thus far it is looking like Tarik wants to be the one who is going to be closing it off right here. Wants to face Super Semi. Oh, and it's going to be maybe a very good recovery, but still manages to get on. That was scary.
Yeah, I think Cloud off stage always such a scary scenario. Like, this would be
dead.
No, actually, big boy. Actually going high to prevent that Hydro Pump from being a disrupting factor. Great empty hop side release. Cloud's empty hops are so impressively difficult to deal with.
Yes.
He gets two of yes, he was there. This is such a janky game so far. People walking through each other, teleporting with Hydro Pump, whatever, man.
Pal,
whatever rocks your boat should be dead. Yeah, goodbye.
Okay, so that time around gets the stock of Zemmol, which puts him in a very dangerous situation, Dagobert, because now the aggression on the lower side could be paying off very greatly because he still has a stock to work with. So perhaps a big opportunity here to make something happen where normally there may be not an opportunity for it. Maybe going low, not going for the counter. Still respecting the options. But man, this is looking ever so closely. If Zemmol wants to put something on, he needs to be showing it off right here, right now. That's on the verge too. Come on, let me show it. And there we go. Gets a dash attack on the queue whenever I don't have any air anymore. There we go.
Such a breath. Like, how you need to take your breath. Zemmol's breath is also back in that game. That's dash again, closing it out the second side, but instantly has the burden limit again. Needs to go low. That should be it. A late dash into the forward there. And Zemmol needing to bow out to Tarik at a third place. Tarik with such an excellent rerun of this set. Such an excellent, like last time it was a game 5 in winner's side. This time such a clean 3-0 for Tarik.